Hi guys. So your girl is back from the gym. I actually did 2 classes today, strength training, and then I did kind of a little bit of cardio and strength training. So it's been a day, but I feel really good. So I want to talk about this winter arc trend that everybody's doing on their channels to get views. And I think that it's an interesting time of year for everyone because the holidays are approaching and you're kind of questioning what you want to do in 2025. You're thinking about your goals. Did you reach your goals? It's just like a lot. I know for me, and I told you guys this in my last video, it's been a transformational year for me.
Don't ask me how I did it, I just did it, it was hard. I just pulled up to the studio and laid it on the line. I just shot enough fish inside a barrel till I hit. Now I'm sipping on some you never heard of, looking fine.
Getting out of obesity, getting highly into fitness, and diet, and learning about food, and just realizing what I was missing in my life. Not even so much aesthetically, although aesthetically the journey has been great. I mean, to be able to walk into any store and find my size has been life-changing, even though I haven't done a ton of shopping in the area of fashion because I'm really locked in. We're trying to lean out. You guys know I'm on mission lean out. I've started incorporating some runs. I'm a beginner runner, so I'm kind of just running in intervals right now. And it's tough. The journey really doesn't get easier. It gets harder and harder and harder, really. So this idea of a winter arc to me, it's kind of trash because I started my weight loss journey around this time last year, about a month ago. Maybe I started September and it led me into November. And let me tell you, I was working my butt off. I was working out every single day. I mean, I don't even think I took rest days at that point. I was in a caloric deficiency. I'm still in a caloric, deficiency because I'm trying to lean out a bit. I did maintenance over the summer. I was able to maintain my weight. I gained a few pounds because, I wanted to eat some things and I wasn't exercising as much because my dad had open heart surgery and I was there to care for him. So I really didn't have a ton of time to exercise, but I did. I did some bike riding. That was the first time I got on the bike. It's cool. I liked it. It's not my favorite type of cardio, but I did enjoy some bike riding and I picked up a few pounds. So I had to lose just a few of those pounds that I had gained over the summer. Once I kind of stopped working out and went to America, was eating all my favorite American foods. So I'm very familiar with the idea of winter arc because I started my weight loss journey around this time last year. But I want to tell y'all that motivation is not enough. Inspiration is not enough. You're going to need total dedication to the process of losing weight, changing aspects of your personality that may be hindering you in life, developing a new skill set, maybe entering a new career. I don't care what it is in life. It's going to take more than 60 days. It is going to take consistent discipline. And you may see no results, no substantial results for a while. Because when I first started my weight loss journey, the weight loss started off kind of slow because I really wasn't sure how much of a deficiency that I should be in. I was playing around with my calories at that time. Now I've got better at counting calories and understanding labels and understanding, how to incorporate my favorite foods and things of that nature, because, I've done it month after month after month after month. But the first 3 months of my weight loss journey were really, really tough. And it was during this winter arc. And it was tough because, I was losing a couple pounds here and there. Every week I was losing weight, but you couldn't really tell. I mean, you couldn't tell. It wasn't like your body's not going to transform in 60 days, especially if you're obese. If you're starting where I started from, I was 200 and something around 225 pounds. And keep in mind, I was bigger than that at one point. I mean, at one point, I was like tipping 240 pounds a couple of years back. And so I was really big, and 5 pounds, that's not going to cut it. You're not going to see what you're looking for losing 5 pounds or even 10 pounds or even 15, So I don't want you to be misled by this winter arc message, because I've done the winter arc and it was blood, sweat, and tears. And I had to stay consistent, even though my body was not changing how I wanted it to change, even though the results were not coming as fast as I wanted them to come. And now I'm so happy that it has taken a year to get out of obesity, because now I have no fear of gaining that weight back, because now I know how to eat. Now I've been practicing, making sure I'm eating a protein, eating veggies, have my carbs right. Because I don't do any specialized diet. I don't do low carb. I'm pretty moderate carb, but I don't do low carb. I don't do keto. I don't do any of that crap, because that's not something I'm going to be consistent with. Carbs are my favorite food. I eat carbs every day. So there is no plan in the future for me to stop eating carbs, or I just didn't do any of that crap. I just said I eat too much. It's a habit I developed from childhood. There's no trauma. There's no reason in particular. I just think from childhood, it was a way to pass time. It was a way to be happy and feel good. And I'm still happy when I eat. I love when it's dinner time. I love that stuff. I love food. Is so comforting, and there's nothing wrong with that. It should comfort us. It nourishes our body. It comforts us. It's all of those things. But I had to realize that I had to focus on something else besides food. That couldn't be the highlight of my day, along with other things. But food was definitely a highlight for me. And I always really enjoyed eating, even from a very little girl. I just enjoyed eating, and I enjoyed it. And I didn't think, eating this much is going to make me gain weight. And I always was big. So I think when I look back at old pictures now, I don't even think I realized how big I was, because when you're big your whole life, it's a very different process. It's a very different way that you see the world, because how I see things now is very different from how I saw things even a year ago. And it didn't hinder me from anything. I have an amazing husband. Amazing. Couldn't have picked a better man for me. I have an amazing family. I had a career. I was able to do things on social media. I was able to figure out ways to make money. There are other things I do that I don't discuss here, but I've always had a really good life. But it could have been better. And I realize that now, because my health wasn't my priority. My fitness wasn't my priority. But I couldn't see that, because in my eyes, I wasn't missing anything. But then when you start losing the weight and you start having so much energy and your knees don't hurt, and you just have this total life transformation, you kind of see what you were missing when you were obese, when you were overweight. And so now that I see everyone doing these winter arc videos, I'm just like, let me pop on my channel and talk about that, because I don't think people understand that 60 days is not going to cut it. You're going to have to stay in this thing 60 days, 80 days, 100 days, 120 days, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, where I'm at a little over a year. And I've just touched the surface of what I want to do. I've just touched the surface. There's still so much work to do with my fitness, with my nutrition, with my body recomposition that I'm working on, with getting the last couple of pounds off that I want off so that I can actually achieve like the leanness that I'm looking for, the muscle definition that I'm looking for. And I can say it has been a rough journey. It's been fun. It's been fun. I've had fun on this journey, but there were many days, there were tears in my eyes. There were many days where there were disappointments. And there were many days where I said, this is so hard. This is so hard. But I kept going and I didn't give up. And because of that, I saw the results. And results, you guys know, I'm always a results person. I'm always that kind of person that believes if you're on a weight loss journey, you should be losing weight. And so I went hard and I'm still going hard. And this winter arc thing, it's cute. Do it, lock in for 60 days, but don't think your whole life is going to be changed in 60 days. That's unrealistic. It's delusional, especially if you're obese, if you're extremely overweight, if you're over 200 pounds, 60 days is not going to cut it. It's going to be years. It's going to be years that you're going to have to put into this. And now I see that we made it over a year at this point, and now we're on another journey, and then it'll be another thing. It's never going to end. Eating right is never going to end. Watching how you eat is never going to end. Fitness, going to the gym, working out, doing whatever sports you like or whatever you like to do, because we're all different. The strength training, the being consistent, that is never going to end. So I know people are doing this for views, and y'all know I don't believe in doing anything for views. I don't need the cash that bad. If I do something, it's because I want to do it. I enjoy doing it. And I want to bring inspiration, love, joy, support to my audience, to the people who have followed me for years, to the people who support me till this day. And I love you guys so much for that. Some of you have been with me from the very beginning, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You've watched me evolve. You watch me like move abroad, from the classroom to blogging, to events I've done, to moving, just all of it. My life is so different now than it was a few years ago on YouTube. So I just wanted to say, don't be fooled by this winter arc, and don't be disappointed if you don't see the results that you want in 60 days or 90 days, because it's going to take more than that. Okay? It's going to take more than that, and it's going to be worth it. So don't give up. If you do the winter arc, stick with it. Stick with it. Start right now. Let it run all the way through the holidays and continue going, because everybody is not going to get fast weight loss. And I highly recommend you don't do fast weight loss because you haven't learned anything. I had to really learn, and I'm still learning, reading books, listening to podcasts, listening to my coaches. I'm about to get a personal trainer at the top of the year just for my strength training, because I need to take my strength training to the next level once I get the last few pounds that I want off. Okay. So I just came to say that. And if you didn't know, I'm going to Bali. I'm taking a group of women with me to Bali, and you should come. It's going to happen March 2025. I just got another booking, I don't know, a week ago. I'm so excited. I've never been to Bali, and I don't know if I'm gonna do a group travel again, but I wanted to give it a try to see if it's something I would enjoy. The ladies in the group are really excited about it. So hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions, or leave them below. I'll leave a link to the trip link. If you want to travel to Bali with us in March 2025, it's a 7-day trip. Hotel accommodations are covered at least a 4-star hotel. Most of the meals are also covered. All of the tourist attractions that we'll be doing is covered. And the only thing you have to do is buy your flight. And it's a great price. Believe me, I travel. It's a great price. So yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, we're doing the Bali thing. And I'll probably come back and talk more about that because the deadline, the cutoff, is coming soon. And so, yeah, if you want to do the winter arc, do the winter arc. But just remember, your life is not going to change in 60 or 90 days. It's going to be an evolution. And that's anything in life. You don't get a degree in 60 days. Okay. All right. You don't have a great marriage in 60 days. You know, it takes time. It takes learning. It takes growth. It takes maturity. It takes discipline. And if you're obese or significantly overweight, it's not going to happen in 60 or 90 days, but it will happen. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.